Good day, everyone. So, we are already in the next chapter of our lessons, the swing components in Java. Let's proceed. Suppose we are going to program a particular or code a particular program that calculates the area and perimeter of a rectangle. So, using J option pane, we can actually accept the inputs such as the length and the width and then display the output. So I already coded the program for this particular example. So let us try to run the code. Okay. Suppose that is 3.5 and the width is 2.5. So this is the output. Now I have in my slides a better version of this program. So in this case, we're going to make use of what we call what we call swing components in Java, which are JLabel, JFrame, JTextField, and JButtons. Now let's proceed. So the graphical user interface in Java are under the javax.swing package. So the white areas that you saw a while back is used to get input and show the results. These are called the JText fields. The labels for these text fields, such as enter the length, are called JLabels. On the other hand, the buttons calculate and exit are called a JButton. All these components are placed in a window called the JFrame. GUI components such as labels are placed in an area called the content pane of the window. JFrame is a class and the GUI component window can be created by using a JFrame object. So that's the basic. Which among the components mentioned is the biggest in your own opinion? Yes, that's correct. So that is the JFrame because it is the window where you place several components on it. So going back to the example, we have here a particular GUI program in Java using different components. In this case, we have 1, 2, 3, and 4 labels. We also have 4 text fields. We also have 2 buttons. And notice that the arrangement of the components depends on what we call the layout managers. Now let's proceed with the first step on how we create this particular program. In this case, starting today, we are going to make use of the Eclipse IDE in order to facilitate the window builder, which is used for drag and drop function in creating GUI programs in Java. Okay? So the first step is for you to create your new project. Go to File, New, Java Project, and then the project name, Final Term, and then Finish. So let's try. In this case, this is my workspace in Eclipse. Okay, you go to New, Java Project, and then a particular window will open. You just have to place here Final Term, and then click on Finish. Okay. Next step is that you will notice you will have the Final Term folder or the project. Okay. So a folder named Final Term will appear in the right side. Double click the said folder and then select SRC. Under the SRC folder, we create a JFrame class. How? In step 2, click Create New, Visual Classes, select SWT, JFrame, and then click Finish after inputting rectangle. Okay? So this should be not SWT, instead we choose swing, select swing. Okay, let's go back to the interface. So select SRC, we go to the create new visual classes, select swing, and then select JFrame. So we place the name of the class as rectangle. Since the package is being required, you just have to place com.myproject. Okay, and then click on finish. Okay, so wala pa tayong kinocode, pero dito sa ating default code, meron na po tayong the Eclipse already placed a code for us. So in this case, meron na tayong design tab. So let's just wait kung ano magiging itsura ng design tab natin. Okay. So hindi po gagana itong program natin kapag hindi po ninyo na-install yung ating window builder. So reminder lang po, how to install your window builder, you go to help, Eclipse Marketplace, and then type on window builder without spaces. Let's wait. So make sure na meron tayong internet connection while doing this in our Eclipse IDE. You just have to type in window builder and then enter. Yeah. So make sure that these are all installed. And after installation, dapat i-restart po natin ang Eclipse. So makikita natin that we have here a JFrame that has no components. Okay? So ang kanyang default layout in the properties is the flow layout. In this case, okay, we go back to the project. Yan. Ito na po siya. Starting at this point, always save your work. You click the button, save all after each step. Reminder. So what is a layout manager? It is an object that controls the size and position. That is the layout of components inside a container object. So these are the layout managers available in Java. So we have border layout, which actually divides the window into 5 sections. The north, south, east, west, and center. Flow layout naman, from left to right, yung pag-input ng kanyang components. Grid layout, okay, it divides the window into rows and columns. Card layout, used when you need to add components that are displayed one at a time. Okay. Box layout, used when you need to add components into a single row or a single column. And grid bug layout is used when you need to set size, placement, and alignment constraints for every component that you add. So the default layout manager in Java is the flow layout. Okay. Kaya kung mapapansin nyo dun sa Eclipse natin kanina, yung na-click ko na part, yan. So there are other types of layout. Okay, I will show you how to create the example a while back. Yan. Yan. So in this case, ano kayang layout ang gagamitin natin? So kung mapapansin nyo, yung program natin is divided into rows and columns. Tama? Bawat row may 2 component at ang isang column ay may 5 row. Okay? So, ang isi-select po natin dito ay grid layout. Okay. So, naging grid layout na siya. We go back to the source. Okay. Ang ilalagay po natin is the number of row and the number of columns. So, meron tayong 5 components dun sa bawat row. Okay. And then, meron tayong 2 columns. Okay. Now, we are going to add then yung ating JLabels. So, nandito po siya sa bandang baba, yung component na JLabel. I-drag lang natin dyan. Click and then click add. Okay. Lagay natin dyan si length. Okay. So, how are you going to edit that? You go to text. Okay. Length. capital L, and then we add again another label, click and then click. So pwede natin siyang itaas dyan. Yan. I-rearrange. Yan. And then rename or the text for width. And then we add another J label. Okay. We change the text into area. So, pwede nating i-drag si width pataas. Yan. And then, another label for the perimeter. Okay, let's go back to the slide. So, sa baba ng perimeter, meron tayong isang button. Ang pangalan niya ay calculate. So, click on button. Okay. Sa text, ilagay natin yung calculate. And then, sa variable, okay, let us say btn calculate para madali nating matandaan yung variable name ng button na nilagay natin. Now, let's add now our text fields. So, dito sa text field natin, dapat yan. Okay. So, pwedeng lagyan natin siya ng txt length para madali nating matandaan kung sino ba yung text field na tinutukoy natin. Okay. We can also place. Okay. Mamaya na natin i-rearrange. Yeah. txt width para hindi tayo mawala. And then, text field again for perimeter area. txt area. And then text field again for perimeter. txt peri. Okay. So isa na lang po yung kulang natin dun sa ating interface. That is clear. So kung makikita nyo, it is very easy to create GUI programs in Eclipse. Okay? So, isa pang button dito, which is exit. So, btn exit po yung variable. And then, yung text natin, palitan natin sa baba ng exit. Okay. I-try muna natin siyang i-run. Tingnan natin kung gumagana. Okay. Click on that and then, okay. So, ito na po yung ating interface. But of course, when you try to click on calculate and exit, wala pa po tayong code. Okay? Wala pang code dyan. Now, let's proceed with the discussion. So, clicking a J button creates an event known as an action event, which sends a message to another object known as an action listener. Java provides various classes to handle different kinds of events. The action event is handled by the class action listener, which contains only the method action perform. In this method, you include the code that you want the system to execute when an action event is generated. Okay, so given na po dito sa ating slides yung code natin. So para hindi na tayo mahirapan because this is just an example. Now let's try to code yung ating button calculate. Double click po natin yung ating button calculate at mapupunta na tayo doon sa code or part ng code kung saan tayo maglalagay ng calculation. So, int L. Okay. So, in our example, it's double. So, we make use of that word or the data type double. Double that parse double. Okay. Saan po natin kukunin yung input? Based on the design, let's go back. Based on the design, makikita natin na dito po natin sa text field, txt length and txt width, kukunin yung input. Sa txt area at txt pairing naman natin, i-display yung output. Okay? So, let's go back to our code. Okay? Paano natin kukunin dun sa txt? Length dot get text. Okay? So, ganun po sa Eclipse. Meron siyang IntelliSense. Walang kahirap-hirap mag-encode. Okay? And then, we now get the width. So, just rename this and then edit this. Okay. So, kung meron tayong get text to get your input, meron din tayong set text to display your output. So, lagay po natin dyan si txt area set text length times w. Okay? For txt pairing, set text and then 2 times length plus 2 times w. Okay? So, save po natin. Let us try if this will not. Okay. So, parang may error po siya sa set text. Siguro dahil hindi siya naka-final. So, what you just have to do is to declare it final. Parang ganito. Okay? Si width. So, final j text field is equal to new j text field still have some errors. Okay. So hindi niya na-detect pala dahil naka-calculation po tayo format. So we just have to place plus. Okay? Quotation marks and then plus. And then let's try to run. Uy, wala na tayong errors. Oh, still some errors, sabi niya ganun. So, isang part, you just have to click on the pink part. Okay? So, ito siya. Yan. Let us try to save. Yan, wala na po tayong X. Okay? Let's try to run now the program. So, ganun lang kadali. Okay. Subukan natin. 3.5 and then 2.75. Calculate. So, nag-display na yung ating area and the perimeter. Okay. I think there's something wrong with the perimeter kasi may dot. At saka na i-edit natin siya. Ayan. Oh. Okay. So, gandahan natin yung properties or ayusin natin yung properties ni text area. So, para hindi siya ma-edit, you just have to uncheck yung editable or yung enable. So, madi-disable siya. So, magiging ganyan yung itsura niya. Yan. Okay. So, let us try to run again. So, medyo darken or yung text niya. Pero hindi na siya na-edit. Okay. Bakit kaya may dot dun sa ating um, computation? Try ko ang ganito. Yeah. Yan. So that's the correct output. Now let's now code yung exit button natin. Go back to design. Okay. And then click on exit. Yan. So paano mag-exit? System.exit of 0. Okay. So let's try to run again the program. 3.4 2.6, calculate, and then exit. Okay. So kung ayaw na nung ganong itsura nung ating text area, you just have to uncheck yung ating editable. Okay. Tapos balik natin sa enable. Let's try to run again for finalization. Okay, so ganyan yung itsura niya, 2.5, 4.6, calculate. Okay? So mas malinaw na yung text natin ngayon. At let's try to click on the exit button. So nag-exit na po siya. Okay? Are there any questions? I guess malinaw naman po yung ating example. Now let's go back to our presentation. So for the activity, you have to create a program that converts a Fahrenheit to Celsius and Celsius to Fahrenheit. But notice that meron lang tayong 4 na components, 2 label, 2 text field. So kapag ka nag-enter ako ng input doon sa ating Celsius, magkakaroon ng output sa Fahrenheit. Kapag sa Fahrenheit naman tayo nag-edit, magkakaroon ng output sa Celsius. So ganun po yung gagawin natin sa ating activity. Okay? So, if you have some questions, you can send me a PM through FB or to our Google Classroom. Thank you very much for listening.